Hey there, I'm Trevor Houston, the creator of the Who You Know Summit, and I'd like to welcome you to the Who You Know Job Networking Show.
On our program, we'd like to show you the job search like you've never seen.
Everything from getting noticed by employers, how to properly format your resume, and how to network effectively using LinkedIn to drive recruiters to your profile.
We even take suggestions from our amazing community.
So if you want to learn all things job search, go ahead and subscribe now.
Focus! It's all about the job search. So if you want to learn how to land that next success, you heard them. All you got to do is subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss out on a thing. Welcome to the Who You Know Job Networking Show, where what you know is important, but who you know. Who you know can make all the difference in your job search. Guys, we're super excited. We got a jam-packed session, but we want to first dive in and greet our audience. So we're super excited to have, looks like Liberty. Liberty. Hey, how are you? Good to see you today. Greg Bailey, how are you? Yolanda Chin, Penny Sprague, Daryl, how are you? Krista from McKinney, Mactown, representing in the house. That's my city. That's my hood.
Yep, we got Simon Parsons, Dana Mantilia, Andrew Venezzi, Mike. I think you said Mike Materian, didn't you?
Mediterranean.
Mike Mediterranean.
Haley Avolio, Stephanie Saunders, Javier Guerra, Jim Becker, John Totolo.
All right, here's what I want you to do, guys. Let's do something.
Hey, Larry.
Rep your city. I want to know where you're coming from, because we get people from all over the world. So I want to know where you're coming from. You know what I mean?
Tuning in from, yeah.
Yeah, where you're tuning in from. And then also I want you to put a hashtag for what you're searching for. So if you're a job seeker right now and you're trying to find that next best success, right? Say it with me now. That next best success. Come on, Foster. What was?
Mark
What's the energy, y'all? Y'all are like looking at me.
The next
best success. Yes.
Hashtag goat herding.
Wow. Okay. So I want to put your hashtag in there. Tell me, project management, QA, accounting and finance, what it is that you do. I gotta know what you do.
Yeah,
okay?
what you do.
We got Polly Malloy on from Chicago.
What do you do?
And Polly, we got a special guest because he's from Chicago.
Ooh. Okay. Waterloo, Canada. Waterloo. Y'all ever heard of Waterloo?
I've heard of Waterloo, Iowa, but not Waterloo, Canada.
Yep.
Hey, thank you for joining us, Amritha. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably not, because that's just what I do. But thank you for joining us from Canada, eh? We appreciate you. Who else we got here?
We got Jim Ballard, who was with us last night on Recruiter Roundup.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how did that go? Was it good?
It was fun. It was really good. We got a lot of emails about that.
Jim, tell us in the comments, how did Recruiter Roundup go? I wasn't
how
there.
you like Recruiter Roundup.
Scale of 1 to 10. Recruiter Roundup. Tell us how it was. Scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the best.
Well, and that reminds me, scale of 1 to 10. We always want to know how you guys are doing coming into the show. We like to get a gauge. Where you're at, energy how you're feeling.
Yeah.
So from 1 being like, hey, I don't know if I'm even going to make it through the show, to 10, like I am on top of the world, king or queen of the world. Let us know how you are doing in the comments, 1 through 10. And then we're going to ask you. We're going to take a poll at the end.
At the end, yes.
And see how you're doing, see if we can uplift you, get you back on top.
Yeah, get you back to the top. So, okay, here's what we got. We got Amy Fraser, hashtag learning and development.
G is no longer in Detroit. She's a Dallasite now. Joe
is hashtag IT leadership. So if you're looking for an IT leadership, you need to go check out Joe. Julie is hashtag HR management.
Yeah.
Okay.
Julie's out of Tulsa.
She got all them acronyms, all them letters behind her name.
Julie got all them letters?
SPHR, SHRM, SCP, all of that, LMNOP, all of that good stuff. So y'all need to go check out Julie. You know what I'm saying? Kathy, the comments went, I can't even see it now.
I know mine went out too.
All right, well, hey, that's good. Guys, we always like to bless this show with a prayer for the listeners. So, Foster, will you do us the honors today?
I would be more than glad to do that. Guys, bow with me. I feel you bowing. Okay. Father God, we are here. We're looking for that next best job opportunity. All the things that we're having to go through, all this COVID. And we have to restructure this company. We ask that you do, this company, this country. We ask that you do that. We ask you for you to help us along the way, do all those things that we need to do when we don't have a job so that when we do get a job, we can rock and roll. In Jesus' name, we're asking you to do these things for us. Amen.
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 Hey, and restructure the company too.
That's right.
Restructure.
You were on the right path there.
I started
You
right.
were being led by the Holy Spirit. That's what that was. You need to restructure that company.
I wanted to pray for this country.
You were being led. You didn't know it. It's all
That's
good.
you're right.
Kevin Moore. So Kevin Moore says, #commercial banking. Good to see you here with us. All right, let's go to some landings. We've got a lot to be thankful for, a lot to be grateful for. We got a lot of landings in the network. So what I'd like for you to do is get your hands on LinkedIn, right? We want to celebrate. Want to celebrate.
I'm going to clap
Celebrate.
off for you.
Yeah. We want to
big-
celebrate. And also your donut emojis, right? We can't forget the donuts.
Yeah, we
'cause
gotta
donuts
have our
ready.
donuts.
Are y'all
Oh, yeah.
hungry? I'm hungry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm hungry.
need something to eat.
Yeah, for
Yeah, I
sure.
didn't eat
Okay,
any
so
lunch, so-
donut emojis and hands on LinkedIn for Todd Lamb.
Todd Lamb.
Woo!
That's a big
All right,
one. Todd Lamb. Congratulations.
John Kemp.
John Kemp.
John Kemp.
Woo!
John
And Kathy
Kemp.
Abide.
John Kemp.
Woo-hoo! Yes.
See, I got that syncopation going.
Huh?
I got that syncopation going. I'm, clapping off beat, for me. Yeah.
Oh,
I used to I had a job as a musician, but it wasn't noteworthy. So.
No, it didn't last long.
Oh,
You got
my
laid off.
God. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear his joke?
He got laid off
Did you hear it?
with the quickness too.
He said, I had a job, but it wasn't noteworthy. Wow. Come on, Mark. With the dad jokes. Okay, let's
Meg
get
Rosa
back on
loved that.
course here. You got some more landings?
Yeah, I got some more landings. All right, Jennifer Hampton. We got
Jennifer
Jennifer
Hampton.
Hampton landed.
Jennifer.
All right. Kim Klodowski. Hey, Kim.
Kim
Congratulations.
Klodowski, Deloitte,
All
a
right.
recruiter. Go, Kim.
That's right. Mark
okay.
Clark. Congratulations, Mark Clark. Jana Esparza. Jana.
Yes.
This is Sargent.
Yep. Justin Brooks.
Woo.
Woohoo. I think we know this one. Sarah McClanahan.
Hey.
Sarah McClanahan. Congratulations, Sarah.
Yes.
Two more. David Conroy.
David
Yes.
Conroy.
David Conroy and
Good, David,
Deslyn
good.
Norris. Actually, a
I
friend of
didn't
mine,
know.
Deslyn Norris, has landed. She is a VP or chief. She's CHRO is what she is now. So,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
congratulations,
Oh, really?
Deslyn Norris.
Yes, congratulations to
congratulations.
all.
Government
Hey, guys,
resource officer.
let me explain why this is important and why we actually
Yeah, why?
celebrate these landings. Well, number one, they earned it, okay? They earned it. They went through hell and back, okay? Now they're back in their next successful position. But so they earned it, number one. But number two, all of these people that we're mentioning, like, you need to go plug in with those folks. And here's why. Because
Right.
their story matters, right? They just went through it. And they can tell you better than anybody else. Because let me just put it to you this way. We have a lot of coaches come on the show. We got recruiters come on the show, ourselves. We got a lot of people all the time that come up here, and we want to tell you our perspective. Okay? But you want to get the real deal?
You need it firsthand.
Get it from the job seekers. Ask them the questions. They will tell you the answers. What helped them land? Right? Because I can sit up here and tell you all day long how I would do it. Right? Right? You see what I'm saying? I can tell you, oh, I would do this and this and this and this and this and this. And a lot of that stuff's good and valid. But go to the job seeker. Get their perspective. It's super important that you do that. There's a lot of lessons. Yeah, they could tell you what doesn't work.
That's true.
They could-
Yeah.
That's really, you want to save time? Find out what doesn't work and don't do that. Right?
And stay positive. There's two sides of it. You could hear these landings and you're like, oh, I'm not getting landed, and this world is crazy and this is not working for me. And you could look at it from a negative perspective, or you could look at it from a positive perspective, like, hey, people are landing, there's a lot of activity, my time is coming,
Yep.
and I just need to stick to it. So
Your time is
positive
coming.
and negative. It's all about perspective.
Yeah,
In 20 years of doing this, I hadn't run across one person that hadn't landed a job. As they stuck to it, as they stuck to networking, hadn't run across one person, guys. Don't be the first. I don't want to meet you.
Not in Air One.
Not there.
we have met some people that got jaded, though.
Yes.
Okay,
we've
don't get
we've
jaded,
been
y'all.
Jaded.
Don't get jaded, because I had a conversation one time. There was a guy, and it was like, I said that, actually. I made a comment about it. I said, you know what? I love to celebrate people, but guess what? You're all going to land. It's just a matter of time.
It's a matter of time.
And I said, what really drives me and motivates me is when I can inspire people to get off the ground, right? People that are broken, to help them back up, right? If I can, each one reach one. If I can give you a hand and help you back up, get your mindset right. That's what drives me, right?
Get you plugged in.
But when I said that, he took it a little bit jaded.
Oh, really?
I got a comment. He took it a little bit jaded, yeah. And he was coming at me with, "Oh, I've been searching for 3+ years and this, and he still hasn't landed." Right?
Yeah.
And you know, whether you think you can or you think you can't, either way, you're right. So his comment was indicative of his spirit, where his spirit was in the moment, which was, this is impossible. It's not going to happen. You know,
and he'll project that in an interview, and that's 100%. Not what he wants.
He'll project it in just every interaction.
It's going to emanate from him in every interaction that he has.
Yeah. So guys, you got to keep your head on straight. You just have to, okay? It's super important that you keep your head on straight. So what are some ways that we can do that? Mark, you got any tips for today?
Yep, I got a tip of the day. Actually, I have a tip of the day, but I want to talk about that. Guys, we understand it can be a beat down, the search. You're, oftentimes sitting in front of a computer just hammering out job applications and things like that. If you find yourself getting into a funk, a position where you're just getting negative, you can feel yourself getting down, like stop, get up, go out, go see a movie, go for a walk, go do something, go visit friends, go see your parents or your family, something that you enjoy that will lift you up, and then get back to it. Take a break, get back to it. Now, my tip of the day is about marketing. So think about this. When you go into an interview, what do you take with you? Well, we haven't talked about this for a while, so I want to put this back out there. Rather than take a copy of your resume, which a lot of people do, they already have a copy of your resume. That's why they called you in for the interview, right?
Right.
So have a marketing piece, a slick that highlights and summarizes your key points of your resume on a one-pager, call it a white paper on you, and have that available. Take with you, make sure it looks great. If you need help getting design on that, get it designed, get some help. But be able to take that in as your marketing slick to hand to them for your interview. Not only will it set you apart, but it will also summarize so they don't have to sit there and pour through your resume while they're interviewing you.
Yeah, no, that's great. I love that.
Bring out the points that they're looking for. Relevance, guys, are relevance.
And those can be those marketing slicks, right? Those can be they can be branded. They can have color, and it can be really fancy looking, right?
All the things that you don't necessarily want to do on your resume.
Yeah, you don't do that on your resume for sure, but for that little one piece that when you walk in, you want to hand them something that's like, ooh, okay.
Oh,
here we go.
This is something that nobody's ever given me before.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Sets you apart.
Yeah, so how many in the audience, how many of you have one of those ready to go, right? Maybe you edit it and you tweak it. I want you to put #marketing, okay, in the comments. If you've got one of those, maybe you use one. And if we don't see a lot of those hashtags, then maybe we need to ask that question on the next show and make sure they go get that done. One of the places you can go get that done to wrap that conversation up, Canva. You can go Canva.
Oh, yeah.
You can go Upwork. Go hire a professional designer. Fiverr. And they won't charge you much, guys. I want you to know that. For one of these professional slicks, it may cost you like $20.
Yeah.
$20, $20 bill, and you're gonna have a nice, professional, really, really, really good looking piece that you can go in and present to that employer.
That's right.
Go to local coach Andy Cook. She does that, guys.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you
There's
go.
the resource.
Andy Cook.
And guys, it works. We have had a lot of people that have used that, and we have testimonials about how well that works.
A lot of testimonials.
It sets you apart. It sets you apart. Guys, we got to go to a real quick commercial break.
Say that again.
Real quick. Very, very good. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere because we've got Reno Perry in the house.
How are you spending extra time at home? Perfecting kitchen skills? Learning a new language? What about your education? At Waldorf University, we're offering 25% off your first online course. It's your time. It's your future. Start today.
Hey, Trevor Houston here, and if you're looking for connections to opportunities, free seminars and workshops to the knowledge and tools you need, and individualized one-on-one coaching for solid plans and solutions, Career and Financial Services is here for you with a holistic approach to educate, empower, and guide you to achieve your desired future. Call today to learn more about how the coaches can assist you to reach your career and financial success. Welcome back to the Who You Know Job Networking Show.
Welcome back.
Where what you know is important, but
who you know can make all the difference in your job search.
I'm doing the Marky Mark, y'all.
Guys, I'm going to tell you who I know. I got a special guest on the screen with me, and I'm going to read his bio, because we're talking about bios and slicks and all that kind of stuff.
Marketing material.
Yeah, marketing material. Branding. So I'm gonna introduce my man Reno Perry. He's the founder and CEO of wiseful, a career advancement platform that helps professionals land their dream job and advance their careers. Prior to starting wiseful, Reno worked at companies like BetterUp and LinkedIn, where he helped coach and connect thousands of job seekers to amazing opportunities. Everybody, let's welcome Reno!
Hey guys, thanks for having me on the show.
All right. Hey, Reno, how you doing?
Was that like the most epic intro you ever got in your life?
That's definitely top 10 for sure.
All right,
I'm kidding. Top three for sure.
It'll make YouTube,
Nice.
Reno. It'll make YouTube.
All right, hey, Reno, okay, before we dive into all this fun job search stuff that we're going to talk about, because we got a lot to unpack today, but before we get to all that, I like to have a little fun. So we're going to play another game of Would You Rather?
Oh, we're not doing the
rather
most
what?
embarrassing moments?
No, we're not going to do that. We're going to play a game.
Would you rather not listen to Mark's jokes now?
Yeah. Probably. Most people would not. Okay. We're going to play a game of Would You Rather, okay? So this is also for the audience, okay? For the audience, I want you to answer this question. Would you rather know the history of every object you touched or be able to talk to animals? Know the history of every object you touch,
Right?
or talk to animals. What would you rather?
You know, animals probably be able to tell you a whole bunch of stuff, you know.
Reno,
To
tell
make
us,
you go-
what would you rather?
I have to go with animals only because the first thing I thought of was Dr. Dolittle, and I just think about how cool it would be to be like him in the movie and talk to your dog, for example. That'd be pretty weird if you started talking to your dog and actually understand what they are looking for. I don't know. I just feel like it's more bizarre. You'd have a lot more fun with it.
All right.
With these different
Dr.
animals.
Doolittle.
Yeah,
Dr.
okay.
Doolittle. Mark, what about you? What you got?
You know, I'm going to say the history of everything I touch, but that's the hypochondriac in me coming out that, I'd want to know, like, where it's been and, like, what it's gone through. So, actually, that might not be a good thing. But anyway, that's probably what
Yeah, that might be like, because
Yeah, you're like, ugh.
I was just doing this. You know how you do this and you do this?
Yeah,
And
I was stroking my fake Fu Manchu.
you're like, oh,
here.
wait a minute, my hand, ugh.
Yep.
Yeah, you wouldn't
Yeah,
want
my
to.
hand-
You wouldn't want the history of your cell phone. Let's put it that way. You'd touch that and go, "Oh my God."
Yeah. The
Ugh.
doorknobs,
Gross. Right?
The escalator rail.
Foster, what about you?
There was some movie where this lady had that power, and it was crazy, drove her crazy. So, Foster, I'd love to listen to the animals because, dogs,
Oh, okay.
man, dogs are everywhere, and they can tell you about what you're dealing with. Come on, son. I'm a
Yes.
recruiter. I want to know who I'm hiring. I want to know the ins and outs and the dirty and the clean.
So before also we dig in, how about you?
Yeah, I'm
what
gonna
you
go.
want?
I'm gonna go with animals as well. And audience, let us know.
Animals.
But go ahead. You had a question.
Love the animals.
Go ahead. You had a question.
No, hey Reno, I got a question for you. So you've got the Chicago flag there up on your LinkedIn profile. So kudos to you for
do.
that. Chi-town down from Chicago.
Bro.
So are you from Chicago?
I am from Chicago. Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead. I grew up. I kind of moved around a bunch of places and finally came back a couple of years ago. But we're back.
Nice.
Everybody's from
So are
Chicago.
you a Bears fan then? Are you Cubs, Bears?
Oh my goodness.
Both.
Yeah.
Both, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Bro,
Hey,
okay.
I'm right there with you. I'm
right.
from Illinois too. So
No one
Here we
cares
go.
about the Bears. Okay, it's all
we
about the
go.
Cowboys.
No one cares.
Hey, let's get to the actual interview. Let's dive into this stuff that the audience is looking for. All right, Reno, I want to know about some unconventional networking strategies. We're going to talk about networking today. It's the Who You Know Job Networking Show. So how do we help these job seekers get, the decision makers to pay attention to them because they're being #ghosted?
Yeah, that's such a good question. If you think about it from the decision maker's perspective, they get bombarded every day with so many emails, with so many messages, especially the higher up on the chain you go. You have to think that they're getting hundreds of emails that just go unread. They're getting emails internally, they're getting emails externally, and then they get random people who find their email trying to ask them for something. So it's really this competition for attention, right?
Yep.
And you've probably heard this before for some of the listeners who've been listening before. A lot of the job search and getting attention comes out of just being different. And one of the ways that people are being different today is they're not doing what everyone else is doing. So what most people do, as you guys probably know, will go and apply to lots of jobs. And that has a pretty low success rate from my experience and when I work with clients. The other thing people do is when they hear networking, they'll send emails, they'll send connection requests to LinkedIn. But it's come to the point now where so many people are doing that. So many people are sending connection requests.
So what do we do?
People. So being different requires you to take a step outside your comfort zone and do things that no one else is doing, or what very few people are doing. And so when I've worked with clients who have gotten the attention of powerful hiring managers or influential connections at companies, they're doing things that you probably wouldn't think of. Sending video messages through email, sending audio messages through LinkedIn. Believe it or not, those have worked really well. I don't know if you guys have had people try that. Doing a little bit of work and sending that up front to some of these hiring managers and showing how it can influence their team. Maybe not do an hours long project, but a little bit, just share your ideas, share your thoughts on how you can help them. Even phone calls. So this is
you go. Yes.
And
Wait,
especially
you mean pick up the phone and call somebody?
pick up the phone and call somebody. I never thought I'd be on a networking show saying do something that no one else is doing. Call them.
No doubt. Yeah.
What's a call?
But no one's really doing that these days, right? If you think back to the old days when folks are calling through the ad, the phone is a great place. I'll tell you a story. I worked with a client just last month, and he was applying, especially in sales. This is great if you're in sales or any client-facing role. He was going for a sales opportunity, and the hiring manager posted a job. He got over 300 applications to that job. The client I was working with was the only person who picked up the phone to call the hiring manager. And the hiring manager said that. He said, "Wow, I can't believe it. You're the only person who called me out of these 300 applicants."
And it was a sales job, right?
And it was a sales job. Fast-tracked him to the interview, and he ended up getting the job last month.
Yeah, that's awesome.
These kind of things, you might think that the phone has just been around forever, but nobody's calling. Nobody's taking the effort to film themselves. Nobody's taking the effort to do an audio message. But when people get it, it breaks the pattern, and they watch, they listen.
And we all got one.
So I gave you a mic drop.
Everybody.
I gave you a mic drop a minute ago because you had mentioned a couple of things that we teach in our summit. So I love that. We definitely align on that. What about LinkedIn? The power of LinkedIn.
Yeah, LinkedIn is another piece that I'm really bullish on, and not just for the reasons of sending someone an email or a personalized connection request, but more on the side of posting content. So if you guys work with your audience on the value of building brand and posting content and engaging in other people's posts, is that something that you've covered extensively?
Yeah, that's right in line with what we talk about too. So you need to go out there and actually be an active member of LinkedIn, not inactive.
Engaged.
I'm like, there you go. Threw another one in there for you.
Yep, you have to engage, and this isn't just something that influencers tell you who also post on LinkedIn to just be like me and everything's going to work out. I have so many stories in my inbox of people messaging me saying, you know what, I can't believe it. It's been X months. I put myself out there on LinkedIn. I just started commenting on people's posts. I started sharing my insights on my job search and what I know in my field of interest. And people came to me. Hiring managers found me and said, you know what? I think you're a good fit for this job because I've seen what you're posting. I see your insights. I'm gauging your intelligence. I get a sense of who you are, even though we haven't met. And so that's the power of LinkedIn when you put yourself out there. And no one's asking you to go out there and be this big time influencer or thought leader and go out and get thousands of followers and post content that get millions of views. It's not that at all. But like you said, just be part of the conversation.
Right.
And you'll be
But that wouldn't hurt though either, though. I would say that wouldn't hurt. But yeah, I agree with you.
Well, let's talk about engaging, right, and at that level, because a lot of, and this is actually what you do, right? Your company out at Wiseful is getting engaged with experts, with people that can actually talk to those that are in a career search on the industry or best practices or different ways that they can differentiate themselves and get the knowledge they need for their applications and their interviews. How before you came into that role, like, what would you say people did? I mean, how do you get engaged with somebody?
Yeah, I think the biggest, before people were using, before anybody uses my platform to get noticed and get in front of these influential people at top companies, a lot of times I had folks coming to me who were just applying aimlessly to jobs. And it took applying to hundreds of jobs and getting hundreds of rejections to say, okay, this isn't working. What else is out there? Or the alternative, and I don't know what everyone's opinion is on this. The alternative was paying for a LinkedIn premium subscription and trying to send emails that way, or trying to connect with as many people as possible and seeing who accepted their connection, trying to message whomever they were able to connect with. And it was very unpredictable, and it could take even months still if you're plugged into LinkedIn and doing that approach. And so I wanted to come up with an alternative that would fast track the process of connecting to the right individuals at the companies you want to work for.
As a recruiter, Reno, I'd like to say we live on LinkedIn. We almost have to. That is the main tool, main platform that we're using. So as you're talking, I'm thinking about my engagement on LinkedIn. I'm there all the time. I live there. But you know what? I notice the people that are out there that are making, they're sharing information. They're talking about specific topics that they're used to for their whole career they've been talking about. I recognize that kind of stuff, and those people that I go to, I remember those people when I have a job description or one of my client companies or whatever it is that is looking for that level of expertise.
Yeah, it's about visibility, right?
Yeah.
So the more you are on LinkedIn and actively using the platform, like you said, people like Foster will see you.
videos. I love the videos.
People will see you on a regular basis. All right, let's talk about mistakes. I want to switch it up a little bit because we're talking about LinkedIn and we're talking about standing out and being different and all that, which is cool. But what about, like, what are the biggest mistakes that you think people are doing right now, job seekers? What are they doing wrong out there in Chicago?
Good question. Well, up here in Chicago, we got a few of them problems. That's what we see folks doing. I'd say, well, how much time do we have, Trevor? Because we got
we got a couple more
there's a
minutes
list here.
Yeah, no, but let us know. I want to know what the mistakes are, because if we can help these job seekers not make those mistakes, then that will help expedite their job search. So I want to know what are the mistakes.
So let's piggyback off of the last topic of inserting yourself in the conversation and engaging. So let's say you're thinking about doing that, and you go, okay, I can post some insights. One of the biggest mistakes I see people do is they do a spray shot of what they post on LinkedIn. And so when you're thinking about that kind of visibility and you want recruiters and hiring managers to see what you're doing on LinkedIn, if you're all over the place, it's really hard for them to pinpoint what exactly your brand or expertise is. So
spray and pray.
Yeah, there is a spray and pray to posting content as well, right? And that's something that
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and you know, one day I see someone posting about a pizza, and then the next day it's about technology or how to use Salesforce, and then the next day it could be something about playing sports and sports science. I mean, it's just all over the place. And if your goal is to create visibility for yourself and build a brand and get the attention of the right people, then I recommend job seekers really hone in on what are those industries, what are those roles that you're trying to go for, and align your content to that. Because that's really what it takes. It takes weeks and months of that type of conversation, that type of posting for people to identify who you are and to really say, hey, you're the Salesforce person, you're the oil and gas person, or you're the SaaS technology person, right? So and that's what you want.
Yeah. So no pizza posts. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Because Chicago, man, you guys talk about pizza.
Yeah, y'all talk about pizza too much, man. Come on now.
That's right. I think I had that on my LinkedIn summary for the longest time. I used to put my favorite pizza places. So yeah, I mean, we talk about it all the time up here. It's okay if you're talking about Chicago deep dish being the best pizza. Then
Lou Malnati's.
I support that.
Yep. I had to lose pizza last night.
You had to lose pizza last night?
You had Lou's?
Oh,
Yeah, we've got
goodness.
Lou's down here.
Yeah.
We're getting sidetracked here. Nobody cares about that pizza. Ain't nobody got time for that. Hey, let's go to the audience real quick. We had a couple of mic drop moments. I want to see if we can find out what's a good question that we've talked about so far. Make sure these audience members are paying attention, because guess what? If you're not paying attention, you ain't gonna win nothing today. Nothing. Gotta make sure you're paying attention. What's a good question? Something we've Foster's like, wow. What's a good question? What do you think?
I love it.
Oh, well, no, that was too easy.
Yeah, it's too.
I
Would
was
you
thinking of
rather?
an
That's
easy
too
one,
easy.
too,
That's
yeah.
too easy.
All right, so I just mentioned the name of his company,
Yeah, there you
and
go.
so
Ooh, that's a good one.
type up in the comments the name of his company for the mic drop moment
You
giveaway.
know, that's a good one.
Did we say, don't say the answer, but did we say how long you've been with your company? Or how long you've had your company? Did we
so.
talk about that? We didn't say that.
I don't think we did. No.
Okay, well now you can tell us. How long have you been doing this?
Since early 2018.
2018.
All right, a few years now.
Okay, so while we're waiting on the comments,
Oh, they're already coming in.
Ryan Sullivan, man, I appreciate you being here with us. He says, Jersey pizza or a bust. You got everybody talking about pizza today.
Well, his comment came
I
in
did it
number
now.
one
I'm sorry,
too.
guys.
Yeah, Ryan Sullivan, his comment came in number one too.
Hey,
talk about
shout out to
McDonald's.
Ryan. Guys, y'all don't know this, but Ryan's behind the scenes of our podcast. So he actually does the editing on the audio for us, because we're a talk show, right? So he'll take this episode, chop it up, splice it up, and he's gonna create an audio experience for our podcast channel. So shout out to Ryan in the comments, because he is Who You Know podcast. That is our podcast guy.
Podcast man.
Yeah. So if y'all need any audio work done on your podcast, go reach out to Ryan, man. He's awesome.
Yep. So the first one in was Ryan Sullivan, and then second was Robin Triggs, actually, who's in our network.
Robin Triggs is with us. Hey, Robin.
Robin, good to see you here. All right, so Robin, congrats to you. We'll give it to Robin.
Give it to Robin.
Congrats, Robin.
Ryan's like, bro.
Yeah, he's like, what?
You just passed me up? What does Robin win? What does Robin win? Reno.
Reno.
You
Oh,
there?
yeah,
Yeah.
But sorry, guys. Yeah, Robin, we're going to give you 3 months access to the wiseful platform, so that you can get free coaching with any of the experts we have at these top companies for the next 3 months. So congratulations.
Yes.
And Reno,
That's a mic drop
Robin is
right
looking
there,
forward to
Robin.
being a recruiter. We're trying to get Robin into recruiting, so it will be perfect for her.
Oh, awesome.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Yep.
She's excited. She's excited. Look at that. Hey, job seekers, I want you to do me a favor right now. Okay, I want you to do me a favor right now. What I want you to do is 2 things. Okay, I want you to take a screenshot. Okay, take a screenshot of this guy right here, and I want you to blow him up.
Blow him
I want
up.
you to post this thing on social media. I want you to send him DMs. I want you to send him video messages and just bug the crap out of Reno. I want him to know how much we appreciate him coming on
Yeah, we
the Who You Know
appreciate
show.
this,
Much
Reno.
love.
Yeah.
Much love. And
Blow him
Good
up.
before
company,
we
good
go,
objective, brother.
Before we go to the next break, there's that little arrow with the word share next to it down at the bottom of your screens. Go ahead and go on and mash that button.
Mash that button on your way. Hey, guys, we got to go to a real quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere, because we got the mystery pink chair in the house.
Oh, yeah.
At Waldorf University, we are committed to helping you discover a path to success. Our flexible online degree programs give you the freedom you need and deserve. Take the first step and receive 25% off your first course today.
I've started the 12-week program that you guys are putting together, and the wealth of information that you guys have provided completely revolutionized and transformed my knowledge and what I know I need to do to get my next career.
The Who You Know Network has helped me tremendously with my job search. They've really taught me how to connect with people, how to really network with people, especially in these times where it's a bit difficult. They also taught me some methods, some techniques to help me stand out from the crowd.
I was really discouraged. I was really depressed. But then I discovered the Who You Know Show community, and this has given me so much encouragement, so much hope.
Welcome to the Who You Know Job Networking Show, where what you know is important, but
Who you know?
pink chair surprise.
Who you know in the pink chair can make all the difference in your job
Who is
search.
that in that pink chair?
Wow.
Who is that
Okay.
in that pink chair?
Let me tell them who it is. All right.
Tell 'em who
So
it
we've
is.
got Tracy Timm in the house. She's the founder of 9th Degree Career Academy.
Right.
The proven career clarity system that helps high potential professionals discover, define, and divide. I can't read today. And drive careers they love. She has a degree in behavioral psychologically.
You want me to do it? You want me to jump in?
Yeah, you want to read that? You want to read that?
I wrote it, so I can tell you.
Yeah. Psychology. Wow, psychologically
Yeah, from Yale.
Yeah.
So
Oh, wow.
She's smart.
I did that
that.
thing.
She's
I
smart.
did.
I never knew that.
Really?
Yeah.
As long as we've known each other?
As long
That's
as we-
surprising.
Wow.
She's smart, y'all. She's smart. I can't read. And
I can
she's
talk
smart.
good,
I
you
can
know.
spell you.
Wow. You know what? Here, I'm just gonna do
Okay,
this
here we
now
go.
because I
Here we
messed
go.
up your whole bio and your
It's
intro.
all right.
The Yale Eli's. Oh my
I got it.
God.
Okay, you got the pink chair, and now you got.
No way!
Yeah. Go ahead and open it up. Go ahead.
The family
Yes.
special.
Yeah, show them their
Hercules.
eyes.
Oh, man.
Hercules.
Oh, God. Oh, look, it's pink.
It's got a little
It's got
pink
some
thing.
brand colors
that
on it.
snazzy-
You guys.
Yeah, you like that?
Look at
Little girly over there.
Hey.
Look at that merch.
Merch.
Just killing it.
Yes.
Just
Well, there
killing
you go.
it.
And there's a bottle of water for you too, if you need. I'm
Look
just
at
saying.
that.
Just
Gronkowski
You guys,
owned.
I know it.
Oh.
Don't I know it?
Well, thanks again for joining us today. All right, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna play another game of Would You Rather.
Would you rather?
Dun, 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 dun.
Right.
Okay, so let's
like
go.
this game.
This is for the audience too. I want you to put it in the comments. Okay, would you rather be able to see 10 minutes into your own future, or 10 minutes into the future of anyone but yourself? Would you rather?
Oh, 100% the latter. Don't even have to think about it.
Don't even have to think about it.
I love being in the moment, and I try so hard not to get ahead of myself, that I would so much rather know what's going to happen to you in the next 10 minutes.
No. Uh-oh. Mark, what about you?
That's a tough one. At any given point in time?
Yeah, like
Whenever?
like imagine you could see everybody
Like that's
else's
my superpower?
future. Yeah, that's your superpower. You
Yeah.
could see
All
everybody
right.
else's or yourself.
That's a heavy load, though.
You know what?
A little bit of that.
I think I agree. I think I would rather look into see somebody else's future because I like helping people. So
Such a sweetheart. Foster. What about you?
Y'all think about this. Stock market.
Oh!
So, does that explain?
He wants that insider info.
he's like, I got 3 words for you:
I
stock market.
Yeah,
Three
okay.
words.
Okay.
I got good.
All right. Audience, tell us, what would you rather, 10 minutes into your own future or 10 minutes into someone else? Tell us in the comments. All right. So let's dive into this thing.
Let's go. Here
Let's
we go.
do it.
What's the most important step when starting a career search that most people skip?
I love this question. I'm glad you asked. Anytime that I get with somebody who is interested in making some kind of transition, whether it was forced or chosen, I think the number one thing that people skip over is gaining clarity first into exactly what they're searching for and why, which will then guide the rest of their search.
That was a near miss.
All I wanted out of this was a mic drop. I'm not gonna lie. The number
Raymond
one.
Mike's.
I can just sit here and look pretty the rest of the time.
Misdirected
Huh?
searches, yes. Misdirected searches. I mean, look, it
gotta
can
know
ruin.
what we-
It can ruin your path. You can get pulled in so many directions.
How
that
we
you
gonna
have
get
no
somebody
clarity.
to help us and we don't even know what we...
That's
Come
right.
on now.
Yeah,
That's right.
You know how many times I talk to a job seeker and I'm like, "What you searching for?" I don't really
Trey.
know right now.
Anything. A
Anything.
job.
You know, it's kind of like, what's that movie? It's Will Ferrell, Semi-Pro. Tell me if y'all have seen Semi-Pro. They asked the guy, he's supposed to shoot the basketball, right? And he's like a stoner, right? They ask him, they're like, what are you doing? And he's like, I don't really know right now. Like, what do you want? Do some reflection.
Dave
Where
Chappelle
are you? Do you know where you're at
Play
today?
that good part.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
anybody's seen that movie, it's
So-
good. It's pretty funny.
How do you find that clarity?
Yeah, I think the best place to start is where you are right now. And this is sort of the 1A of the thing most people skip, right? Is we want to go ahead to the future. We want to get our forward vision. But I think until we have a deep understanding of where we are, how we got to where we are, and what's really not working at this moment in time, it's almost impossible to know where it is that you want to go with any clarity. So starting internally to me is absolutely the number one place, and starting with a foundation of where you are in your life right now is crucial if you want to have any chance of not repeating the same mistakes in the future or ending up in a place where you didn't actually intend to in the first place.
Do you find when you're working with people, like after having a discussion with them or doing some coaching for them, like you both determine, like, hey, what they are coming from is not actually what they want to do?
All
like
the
what they're searching for
time.
is not what they really
All
want?
the time. And my favorite part is when somebody actually is like 99% sure that they know, they have a vision, they know what they want to do, but when you dig down in the layers, it's totally misguided. We had a girl come to us woman I should say. We had a woman come to us who was 99% sure she wanted to spend the next 10 years, and it was roughly going to cost their family about $70,000, going back to school to finish her bachelor's, spending time in the public school system, and then going back to school again to get her grad degree in guidance counseling so she could be a full-fledged accredited guidance counselor. She was in our Career Clarity program for 3 weeks and figured out this was absolutely the wrong plan for her. She would have hated working in that environment. She's not good with bureaucracy and red tape and kind of the things that happen in public schools. But she had the heart to serve and help a cohort of people who were deeply in transition or misunderstood or not listened to in a really powerful way. So we were able to redirect that real sense of purpose and passion into an environment that actually was a much better fit for her. But so what was fascinating about that is we saved her, in essence, 10 years and $70,000 of her life by helping her avoid that bullet, if you will, dodge that bullet, and rechannel that interest into another place.
I love that. For the audience, right, I want to hear from you real quick. Right, scale of 1 to 10, your last place that you were at, like how happy were you? Because, we see stats all the time. 70% of Americans are unhappy with what they do, right? Like those are the stats. I don't know. Look, I'm just throwing those out there. That's what I hear. So I want to hear from you. You're the people. So I want to hear from the people. Tell me, scale of 1 to 10. Like 10 is like, I loved what I did. That's where I want to go. I got to get back there. And like 1 is kind of like, I hated it. Mm-hmm. Where are you? I just want to know.
Are you doing what you want to do? Are you doing what you're put on this earth to do?
Mm-hmm.
So, go on.
I was going to ask another question, a follow-up question to that, because we have a lot of network connections who are trying to change careers.
Yes.
Pivot.
Get
Pivot.
into a different industry.
Pivot.
How do you
I'm a huge
navigate
Friends fan,
that?
sorry.
Once you
Pivot.
discover, you get that clarity.
Job seeker lingo.
What do you do?
So in our practice, there are 3 sort of core ways that you can fit into a role. I call them now, nature, and nurture. This is part of the Nth Degree process.
I like that.
Now is what you value, right? Now is where you are in your life right now. Nature is who you are naturally as a person, right? Personality, behaviors, and then nurture is job fit. That's things like your skills, your knowledge, and your expertise. So you've got 3 ways that you can make a case for your value add to a company. I can be a good culture fit through my now, through a value values match. I can be a good behavioral fit through my nature, right? Through my natural gifting match. And then I can be a good job fit, so role and responsibilities, through my nurture, which is all of your work experience, your education, your expertise. The magic happens when you can stack those three things on top of each other. So not only am I a good value fit, but I'm also naturally good for this environment, and I've got the knowledge and skills and expertise that I've learned over time to kill it in this area. But what really happens most of the time is that has nothing to do with what they eventually go do. They make a great case for making their pivot by stacking those things together. Pivot. I know.
Wow.
They make a great case for themselves in a brand new arena by having all those data points stacked up on top of one another. So they can go out and completely change. Like the woman I just talked about, I hired her as our very first career coach, which we now call Thrive Guides. And she was magical at it from day one. She had no experience coaching ever. But I knew, because of her background and the way she fit from a nature perspective and what her personal values were, that nobody was going to work harder than her, care more than her, and learn faster than her. And that's what really mattered to me as an owner. So
let's brand those ends. Tell us those ends again.
Yeah, so the first three are now, nature, and nurture.
I love it.
Yeah, now being where are you in your life, and be honest, values, circumstances, they're different for all of us. A 25-year-old who doesn't even own a goldfish is going to have a totally different set of circumstances from a 45-year-old who has a mortgage and a family and aging parents and yada, 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 right?
And
but
they
that's
change.
not better or worse, it just is. So we want to own that, where we are now. And then nature and nurture are opposite sides of our value coin, which is how do I add value in the world? I can do that through very little effort, the things that come naturally to me, or the things that I've earned over time.
So we got, we want to first reflect, right? We talked about reflection. We want to understand our purpose and kind of, like you said, the now, the what? The
nature.
Now, nature, nurture. Now, nature, nurture.
Yep.
Right? And then we find it, okay? How am I going to land it? Like, okay, I'm like, ooh, I got this thing on LinkedIn, this job position right here. I love it. This is what I want. This is my it. This is it for me. How am I going to get that thing? I need to get that thing. How am I going to get it?
All right. So in these times especially, I think he or she, and this is right where we began, so this is perfect, he or she with the most clarity in these times of uncertainty is going to win. When there are more people applying for the same amount of jobs, the clearest voice, the one who makes the best argument for their value add in that position, is going to rise above the, quote, noise of everybody else.
Wait, I missed.
Let me just, I'm just going to sprinkle a few of these in.
Sprinkle them on. Oh, that one just fully came apart. But it's true, right? I mean, you think about marketing. What do they say? If you're speaking to everybody, you're speaking to nobody. If I'm not hyper specific about what I'm looking for, then, I mean, this is what I do, guys. How many microphones do you have?
If you speak to everybody, you're speaking to nobody.
That's what they say, right? And so what's the surest way to break through? It's to have a clear and consistent message time and time again. It's how brands break through. It's how companies break through. And so if you consider yourself a brand, as we were talking about previously, right? And putting a solid brand out there means putting a consistent and a clear brand.
All right, I love that. Okay, so comments, job seekers. I'm going to ask you a question.
All right.
Nike. What words come to mind?
Oh.
Nike. What words come to mind? Put it in the comments. What words come to mind?
I love this. So I'm actually right in the middle of reading Shoe Dog right now, which is Phil Knight's memoir.
Dog.
It's called Shoe Dog, the founder of Nike.
Yeah.
So Just Do It comes to mind.
Yeah, there you go.
Obviously, right? But then this whole grit behind how he built the business is fascinating. So to me, Nike has built into it like the gritty, resilient athlete mentality.
But you need to think of yourself as a brand. So like, when someone says your name, all right. Actually, I would like. Ooh. We're gonna play a fun game.
Game. Ooh. Okay.
So for Foster audience, I want you to tell me, for Foster, what words come to mind?
This is a fun game.
What comes to mind for Foster? Tell me in the comments.
Now I'm
Here we go.
Yeah. What comes to mind for Foster?
I think of calm.
You think of calm?
You have a calming presence about you. Yeah, just like
easygoing.
Man.
Ooh, come on now.
What it will be, it will be.
Mark, what about you? What for Foster? What do you think?
So for Foster, I think of connections. I think of relationship because that's his
relationship.
That's the word, right?
What are
the
they
relationships
saying?
that he has.
I should have brought my phone up
What
here.
are they saying? They're saying barbecue.
Yeah, barbecue.
The job father.
The job father, barbecue,
laughter.
job
Oh yeah.
father.
relationships,
Wow,
Yeah,
I got preacher
relationship.
minister
Yep.
from
Yep.
Jim Ballard.
laughter.
Uni Elder says pizza.
Yep.
I was gonna wait for the pizza comment.
Yeah, Lou Malnati's uni.
So
So good.
yeah, exactly.
you?
Yeah.
So the job well, no, I was going to say barbecue, right?
Okay,
so
yeah, barbecue.
but see these three things, those are like the three things. The job father, barbecue,
Barbecue.
and relationships. Okay? So guys, what
Relationships
is
is
your
my word.
brand? Like what is your brand as a job
you asked that
seeker?
And
question.
do you
Now I know
manage
what my
it,
brand
right?
is.
And
Yeah,
and do
yeah.
others
Do you-
know it? Right? Is
Yeah.
what you think
Yeah.
your brand is what other people perceive?
Yeah.
Like if you
I'll tell
asked
you.
around, like what? Okay, so I'm curious. I
Thank
don't
you,
know.
guys.
I
I
wouldn't
love
even
it.
know mine. Like
I
I'm
love it.
curious for mine. What? Tell me mine. You know, we just did Foster's. Mm-hmm. Now tell me in the comments.
Yeah,
tell
let's
me mine.
do Trevor. What's Trevor's, y'all? You all?
So while you guys are doing that, I have another question because like when you're talking about value
Yeah.
in your value statement, having a
Yeah.
clear value statement, do you try to align that with the company like that you're interviewing with specifically, and how do you find out that information?
100%. Okay, so we just had a guy graduate our sort of like core clarity program, and he's making this big transition in his life. Does he want to stay in sort of corporate global communications, or does he want to make a fairly big pivot and go actually into international relations, which would be like the NGO space, to where he'd be on track to maybe one day be an ambassador of some sort.
Oh, wow.
Right? So the cool thing is the transition point is doing communications and marketing for one of those big organizations, right? An NGO or something like that. So he found this perfect one that he wants to work for. And so he and I went on their website and I was like, let's look up their core values.
Uh-huh.
Let's see and they're posted. It's a nonprofit, right? They're posted. So we looked at their core values. We saw which ones of them overlapped with his core values because we knew what they were. And then we saw how we tried to align how all of his either previous work experience or his natural gifting also aligned with their company values. And then we went, honestly, point by point through the job description, and said, okay, what data point are you going to bring up if they ask you about this? What data point are you going to bring up if they ask you about that? So he's ready with ammo when they come knocking about, well, you don't have any experience in the nonprofit industry. Why would we pick you over somebody who's been in the industry for 10, 20, 30 years? Well, he can go to bat with all of these data points that we had prepared that come from his experience that make it relevant in this new space,
Yes.
even though they're not in that space. Does that make
Yes,
sense? You've got to
another
tailor
one.
it, because again, I talked to a girl today who probably wants to come work with us, and what she's most excited about is the mission behind what we're doing, and she's so excited that she's finding little ways to insert herself in the business and make more of a business case for me hiring her. That's the person.
That's huge, guys, because relevance, that's another R word, right? Relationships, relevance.
Relevant.
A lot of people know that they are relevant. They know that their skill sets are relevant. They just can't voice it. They can't express
Right,
it. And they don't have the answer.
Yes, I'm so glad you brought that up, because that's the last part that we always make sure we deliver. Is it's one thing to know something, and it's a totally different thing to be able to articulate it properly, right?
You got
to get
Dr.
your value
Jacqueline
across.
West giving you total ups. You probably know Dr. Jacqueline.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I do. I love it. I love it.
So we
she
got-
was my very first intern.
We
Shout
got
out
a billion
to-
mic
Yes.
drops. Look, we got mics everywhere. So here's what we're gonna do. We gotta go to the audience and we gotta see if we can ask them a question.
All right.
Why don't y'all think of a question, and then we'll give some fun stuff away. But in the meantime, I do have to give some shout outs because I asked what my brand was.
Oh, let's hear it.
And y'all cracking me up. First of all,
He
I
said
just have to say I
cowboy.
love you because your answers just blew me away. But one of them that stood out to me that I thought was funny was Peter. He says, high energy, bad at names.
I'm afraid to ask mine.
But some of the other ones, yeah, I
Now,
just
Mark's
love it.
the cool one. He's a crown straightener. Sorry, Andy Cook.
Crown
Mark
straightener.
keeps things straight here.
There you go.
Trevor and I got so much energy.
Yes.
Y'all think I'm calm? Yeah.
No, you're
well,
a duck.
I'm not
on the
all that
pond.
calm.
What's a question? Question,
All right,
question,
all right.
question.
All right, question time. Let's see here.
Wait, what college did she go to?
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah. What college did she go to, you guys?
Yeah, tell us in the comments.
It's a weird
while
one.
we're
Nobody's
waiting,
ever heard of it.
And
wanna
nobody
give some
knows
shout
the
outs.
mascot.
All right, I want to give some shout outs. Hope, she said I was an innovator. Thank you, Hope. I really appreciate that. Liberty, she said Trevor is giving Giving info and time. Right, so I appreciate that. Thank you, Liberty. Shout outs to all of y'all.
Ooh, Polly got
Holly
to
says
college.
motivational. Thank you, Holly. Servant leader, motivation, humble. Bunch of comments coming
Feels
in.
good,
So
doesn't it?
It does. It
This
feels
is an
good.
exercise we actually do with our clients. We have them go to 25 people in their network and say, what are the 3 best things about me? Or what are my 3 greatest strengths?
That's good.
And getting that objective feedback from other people not only feels great, but it gives you a new appreciation for what comes naturally to you.
All right, so I think we got the.
Yeah, we got a winner.
We got the winner.
Polly
Well,
Malloy and
first
Jim
off, this is a
Ballard.
little bit different because there's not just
Did they get
one
it right?
winner, right? There's not just one winner.
No.
So we have multiple winners here.
How
But
many
what are they
winners
going to
we
win?
Well, we're going to do 5.
We're gonna do 5.
First
We're gonna do 5.
5.
Okay.
5 winners. We had 5 mics, so.
Yeah. I'm going to take one of these home. I need a souvenir.
Sorry.
Yeah, you got these. Like, you're breaking these.
Okay,
mics.
so we got Peter Sharo. Congratulations,
Peter.
Peter. We got Jim Ballard.
Jim
Congrats,
Ballard.
Jim.
Yes.
Polly Malloy.
Polly Malloy.
Chicago.
We got Aaron Hickerson.
Wow, here we go.
No.
Here we go.
Good at names.
Here we go.
Aaron. We just got Aaron.
Very generous, good at names.
Aaron Henderson.
Come on, son.
Don't hurt yourself.
Henderson.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry,
Is it-
Aaron.
is
I
it-
can't read.
Is
okay?
it Hendrickson? Because
And,
Liberty.
Liberty over in Bossier Parish.
Liberty's already got a
Bossier
brand.
City.
So tell these lucky winners
What did they
They
win?
won.
Well,
Show her what she's won.
hopefully you like me and you're digging what I'm putting out there, because what you've won is an hour of my time that I'm giving to you to talk about whatever you want. Career strategy, clarity, focus, figuring out exactly what you want to do. Of course, if you want to know more about what we do, we could talk about that as well. But yeah, my time is on
You
the
guys
table.
want an hour of
Oh,
her
yeah.
time because she has come to the groups in the past years ago.
I did.
And we're gonna continue this.
Yay!
Yeah.
Dang. So
I'm
you come
excited.
spend an hour with the Who You Know and you walk away with 5.
5.
That's right.
Woo, 5
That's right.
hours.
5.
Well, I mean, they're going to get an hour apiece,
Each
but
hour.
you see what I'm
5,000
saying.
foot long.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
I
saying?
got some work in my future, I guess.
That's good.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I mean, look, these folks, they could use some clarity. I mean, I'm not no insinuations.
No, I
but
think it all starts
I
there. We
think
can
it all-
always get more clarity. We can always be more clear and focused. There's
Guys,
nothing.
and we need that clarity when we're in job search. She is not lying. I'm a recruiter. She's not lying. We've got to be able to tell what we do, and we got to give that value add.
Pivot.
Pivot.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. All right, before we go, guys, I want to do something real quick. Okay?
you got?
Couple of things. Number 1, take a screenshot right now and blow her up. I want her just her DMs
share
and
button.
Gonna do a
tag
little bit of
her on. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, right there with the
there
Who
you
You Know
go.
cup.
There you
Who
go.
you
Right?
know?
Like, I want you to blow her up.
It's
Tell her
with
how
all
much
that.
you appreciate and maybe something that you learned from the show. What were the ends?
You want to give it a shot?
Now,
Yeah,
Now-
nurture,
That's
Nature.
number 3.
nature,
There we go.
And nurture.
right? So
And-
I want you to tell us what you learned from the episode and blow her up on social. And I want just her notifications going crazy. Ding, 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 ding.
Then blow up
And
your job search.
before
Bring
we
it.
take the poll on how you're feeling, because we talked about that at the beginning of the show, we want to know how you're feeling. I just want to relay that I was trying to get a job actually as an engineer, but I burned too many
dude.
bridges.
Wow.
Bro. Bro.
Tracy got it.
Bro, we can't with that.
It took me a hot minute though.
So,
We can't with that.
you know,
That's painful.
you know, let us know.
That's painful.
All right, scale of 1 to 10. How are you doing? How are you
These
doing? Did we
from
uplift
Mark.
you? Hopefully. Hey, have a great
hold
rest
on.
of
You
your week.
gotta
Hump
put
day.
wait. You gotta put your original number, okay, that you came in the
Your
show
original
with.
There you go.
Okay,
There
You
you go.
walked in the
Give
door
us
and
a
you were a
gauge.
7. Now what are you? Okay, and maybe if you walked in a 7 and you left a 2, we're doing something wrong, y'all.
Yeah.
If you went backwards, please send me a DM and tell me why.
See, what movie was this? Did we elevate your mind?
Elevate your mind, Craig.
Elevate your mind.
You need to elevate your mind, Craig.
Oh,
Because
jeez.
it's Friday, you ain't got no job,
got no job.
and you ain't got nothing to do.
Lose
Here
your
we
job
go.
on your day off.
Here
It's
we-
Wednesday.
Wow.
'Cause this show is going
no.
off the rails,
This
y'all.
show, it's over. They're
Oh
canceling
my gosh.
us now.
Actually, wait.
Uh-oh.
wait.
The
Uh-oh.
golden
You got-
mic.
Wait,
You got- where-
we've
where-
been having a lot of those. Wait, where is
did
it?
they go?
Uh-oh.
They
I
got
don't
tired
know.
of us banging the gong.
Who's
with
got
the,
props?
Oh,
Oh,
no.
wow. You get the
I don't-
FICA.
I get a tree?
Oh,
I don't
no.
know. Well, I can't find the mic, so I'm gonna
Shake it up.
shake a tree.
Shake the.
Wait,
Shake
did you
up.
find it?
Mark, don't.
Nope.
Yeah.
No,
But
what
I
do
got
you got?
something else.
Mark, what are you gonna do?
Oh dear.
Flowers.
There you go.
Yeah, Tracy's a
Yeah.
lady. Give her
When
flowers.
life gives
lady.
you, when life gives you lemons,
You make lemonade.
make some lemonade.
Hey, and this is an olive tree. So this is your trophy for
It's
bringing
a branch of sorts.
Yes,
Oh,
there you
thank
go. You like that?
I'll cherish it forever.
We appreciate you bringing all those.
Look here, I ain't got no plans to get that girl,
Wow.
but she blew this show up.
Yes. We just
And
like
we
to
are
grab
going
random
to
things.
do more blowing up on the network.
Thank
That's
you
right.
guys.
The
Thank
golden
you.
candle.
Dude, I'll take that.
You like
yeah.
that? Property of Real News PR. Guys,
Not for much longer.
that's the show. It's all about who you know. Bye.
I know Tracy Timm.
Trevor Houston here, and I want to thank you for tuning in to the Who You Know Job Networking Show. We hope you've been inspired, encouraged, educated, and entertained all at the same time. For information on our different events, workshops, partners, or partnership opportunities available, check out whoyouknow.show for more details. And be on the lookout for our new mobile app coming soon. You never know how this show could help someone you know? And if we've made an impact or put a smile on your face today, don't forget to hit that share button on your way out. Until next week, it's all about who you know. Bye.